First of all, I'm not just a trader. I am a longer term investor in crypto as well, because I do believe in it as an asset class long term. It's growing very rapidly. But these long-term or these large drawdowns on some long-term positions can be very, very painful.
Forrest, what has been your experience in your trading when you trade cryptos? Have you got an experience that you went into that you're like, oh my gosh, I never want to go through that again, but I learned a lesson from that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say the 2017 bull market or bear market, 2017, 2018 bear market, and then the current bear market we're in. In crypto, so first of all, I'm not just a trader. I am a longer term investor in crypto as well, because I do believe in it as an asset class long term. It's growing very rapidly. But these these large drawdowns on some long-term positions can be very, very painful. Bitcoin last market cycle saw an 84% drawdown. Now, if you held through that, you had from market top to market top a 3x. If you continue to accumulate in a bear market, you're talking about 10, 15x opportunities on a longer term trade or a longer term investment. But every time we go through these 80+% corrections, I mean, it's an 80% drawdown on your longer term investment. You'll commonly hear the term HODL for that reason. And HODLing can be very painful.
Yeah, I laugh at that because you're right. Everyone's like, huddle, huddle, huddle. You got to. So, quick question here. I think you mentioned something that's so important right there, and that is, of course, that if these cryptos that have got these 80% drawdowns go back to the all-time highs, there's a 3x, 30x, 10x, whatever the crypto is. The question here is, what crypto do you think? Because I think with all the sell-off that we've seen in cryptos, there's going to be some of them that are going to fall off the bus, and there's going to be some of them that are going to continue to hold and be strong. Can you offhand maybe mention maybe 2 or 3 cryptos that you think are going to be a good, solid, like you said, a long-term investor into cryptos? What would those 2 cryptos be? The coins.
Sure. So I'll give you 3 because that's the extent of my portfolio right now for the most part. I've got some NFTs that I'm holding long term. I've got a couple of other smaller cap cryptocurrencies that I'm lightly invested in. But for the most part, my portfolio has been consolidated in this down move into Ethereum, Avalanche, and Solana. Those are 3 layer 1 smart contract networks that provide a lot of value and utility to the space and will very, very likely, in my opinion, bounce back from their lows. Now, it may take 2 years. It may hopefully take 3 to 6 months. But regardless of if it takes 3 to 6 months or 2 to 3 years, I believe that they're going to bounce back, and they're innovative technologies that will see speculation on them again.
You mentioned Avalanche and Ethereum. Did you say Solana is the other one?
Solana as well, yes. Solana has a really, really booming, rich NFT ecosystem, and has actually had a couple of updates lately that have made it pretty fast. Actually, one of the faster blockchains in the space. So it's actually, despite it trading at about $38, the actual ecosystem from a fundamental perspective and the amount of traffic that we're seeing and the value that's being transacted on Solana and the transactions per second, a lot of the fundamental data is actually better than it was when it was trading at $260. It's just when it was trading at $260, it was a speculative bubble, and all of that speculation has been washed out, but the underlying utility is actually stronger than ever.